Right now, early vote totals show women are making their voices heard with just a few days left until Election Day. Women outpace men by 10 points, 53 to 44. Okay, make it 9. Back again with me is Target Smart's Tom Bonier to look into the early vote. So, Tom, we've seen the impact of women on the early vote so far. Any other trends like this to watch going into Election Day?
Yeah, there are two key groups that I'm watching that are maybe a little bit under the radar so far. We know that Asian American voters were key to President Biden's victory. They had the biggest increase in turnout in 2020. They've had big turnout in some of these key Sunbelt states, Georgia, Nevada, Arizona. But we're going to be looking for their Election Day turnout to see how that develops. Also looking at Puerto Rican voters. We know there are over 300,000 registered in Pennsylvania, over 600,000 in Florida. They have the potential to perhaps produce some surprising results.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that along with you. And look, we discussed Pennsylvania earlier. So now what are we seeing out of the other blue wall states? Let's focus on Michigan and Wisconsin.
Yeah, you know, Michigan, there are a lot of good things happening for Democrats there that I think they're excited about in terms of high turnout. In fact, in some cases, higher than 2020. We talked about the silver surge in Georgia. We're actually seeing something similar happen in Michigan, where older Democratic voters are beating their turnout numbers from 4 years ago. That's a bit of a surprise. In Wisconsin, we'll look at the other end. You're actually seeing younger voters in Dane County, key to Democrats. You're seeing bigger gender gaps where women are accounting for a larger share of the vote. And you're also seeing voters of color among these younger voters in Wisconsin accounting for a larger share of the electorate than they did 4 years ago.
Okay, let's take a quick look at what's happening out west with the unaffiliated voters in Arizona and Nevada. What do you know?
So we know that in these two key Sunbelt states, more voters have been registering unaffiliated over the last year, just as we were talking about in North Carolina. When we look at the unaffiliated who have early voted, we're actually seeing them look more like Democratic voters, meaning they're younger, they're voters of color. With our models of partisanship, when we compare those unaffiliateds voting in Arizona so far, we're seeing about a 16-point swing towards Democrats among these unaffiliated early voters. They could make the difference.
Okay. You demand Target Smart's Tom Bonier. Thank you so much. You stayed with us for 2.5 hours now, so you get some OT credit. Thank you very much.